You ever been in the garage and you come up with some kind of trick or something using things around the garage and you're like, yeah, me, I'm pretty smart. Seems everybody has little tricks in the garage, so we thought we'd show you some of our favorites and see what you might come up with. What do you got over there, Trevor?
Hey, thanks, Steve. Yeah, I've got a good tip for using WD-40 to keep super glue from sticking to other objects. So if you have a problem with your super glue cap sticking to your super glue bottle, or any adhesive cap to an adhesive bottle for that matter, you can spray a small shot of WD-40 within the cap. When you go to put the cap back on, that will keep the super glue from sticking that cap together. You can also use the WD-40 to remove adhesives like tape residue and other adhesives of that nature. What do you have for us, Tate?
That was helpful, Trevor. Now for fishing bolts through tight spaces. All we need is a little bit of wire.
All right, so if you're working in tight spaces and you need to get a bolt through and can't fit your hand, you can fish a bit of wire up through. And there you go.
That was a pretty good one, Tate. One that I've used in the past is maybe the car's feeling a little walking off to one side or the other. I want to check the alignment just to see kind of where we're at. What you do is use two boards. We're going to put a board on the outside of this wheel and tire, parallel with that wheel. We'll put one over on this side, parallel with the wheel. Now, taking a measuring tape, measure the front of the boards and the rear of the boards, and that will give us the distance and kind of give us a good idea of where the alignment is. Of course, it's always better to get it professionally done, but this will let you know where you're at. What do you got over there, Damien?
Thanks, Steve. So when we're getting bell housing bolts out or something in a faraway place, we've got to use a universal socket. They're generally never tight and generally always flop over right before we get it on the bolt. If you wrap electrical tape around the universal, that's going to help hold it in place. And now you can hold it in any angle, get it on the bolt that you need to. What are you working on over there, Tim?
Thanks, Damien. If you ever have a tight spot where you can't quite reach to thread a nut on, one little trick is to grab a little piece of paper towel, pull it over the box end of the wrench, shove your nut into the wrench, and that'll hold it in place. So you can reach up in your tight spot and thread the bolt onto it. What do you got, Dave?
Awesome, thanks, Tim. Another one that we really like is we've all found ourselves trying to get a fastener off of something that is behind a bracket where you just can't get your eyes on it. You might be under the dash of your car, wrapped up like a pretzel, trying to figure out what this button head bolt is or fastener is. Is it a Torx? Is it an Allen? Is it a Phillips? What am I trying to take apart here? So something you can do besides run back your toolbox 12 times to get different sockets and try to figure it out is, like I'm trying to do with this headlight bezel, if you reach behind and you press your thumb real hard on the fastener, it'll leave an indent of what it is. So it makes it a lot easier to go through and find what tools you need right off the bat. Now, if you like these tech tips, the things you don't normally find in a shop manual per se, drop yours in the comments below. And make sure to follow us on social media because you might see another video sometime with your tech tips in that video. So take care, guys, and make sure, go drive it. One of the things that you could do is start over and just not be saying all the time.
We thought we'd show you some of our tips.
Hey, one of the other ones that...
That wasn't very good.